So with each new season comes a new key item, and one of the key items for this fall is the Moto Boot. So stay tuned, and I'm gonna share my recommendations for the Moto Boots that you should pick up. All right, so as I mentioned, with each new season, there is a new key item, and this fall, we are seeing the Moto Boot being super popular. So if you take a look at that inspiration, the Moto Boot brings so much edge and coolness to any girly outfit. I'm loving here how you're seeing all the skirts and the dresses paired with the Moto Boots. You can make them really edgy and cool, back to leather jackets, denim jackets. There's so many different ways to style these. So I'm gonna share with you a few of my recommendations ranging from $150 all the way up to $350 and a little bit different design details of each so you can find the boot that fits your needs. So first, we have the Harlee Moto Boot by Dingo. And Dingo is a new brand for me. It's sold on Nordstrom, but they're a really cool, trendy, different cowgirl boots. So all different styles, from the cool moto boot to the traditional cowgirl boot, in all different styles. But this one in particular has a 2-inch heel and a 12-inch shaft. So one thing to consider when you're looking for boots is the tallness of the shaft and then the circumference of the calf. So you can make sure it's gonna fit around your calf, and then you can decide, do you want it to be a narrow boot or a little bit more of a wide boot? So this is a 12-inch shaft with a 15-inch calf circumference. So you're gonna get a lot of room through there. And this is a leather upper, and it is $159.99. So this is a great boot to pick up that you're gonna get a lot of quality out of. The next boot is by Steve Madden, and this boot comes in 3 different colors. We've got the brown suede, a gray suede, and then also a black, but I'm really, really loving the suede. Suede is also trending this fall, so this is a great way to bring in that design element as well. But this is the Ruskin in the chestnut color suede. It's retailing at $179.99, and this is a 1.75-inch heel, so just a little bit of a shorter heel than the previous, and a 13.5-inch calf circumference. So it's going to be more narrow than the first one. So if you have a muscular calf, this may not be the right boot for you. Just some things to consider. It's also 1 inch shorter than the previous style. So think about your height as well. How tall do you want this boot to reach up to your knee? And that's going to determine what boot is going to be great for you or not. And again, this one is retailing at $179.99. So another really great price point for a good quality boot. The last boot I'm gonna recommend to you is by Tony Bianco. And I have really, really been getting into this brand. They have great, great quality, really good leather, and good price point for the quality that you're receiving. They are a shoe brand only, so typically when you shop from a brand that specializes in that product, you're gonna get better value for that dollar. So this is Tony Bianco's Bike Black Wax Calf Boot. So it does come in a black and a brown, just leather, retailing at $340. This is a little bit of a higher price point, but you're getting better quality and a better leather as well. And this boot is going to last a longer time than some of the lower end boots that we've been looking at. The details on this is it has a heel of 1.5, so the shortest heel, and a calf height of 14 inches. So this is going to sit just below the knee, where the other two were a little shorter than that, and a calf circumference of 15 inches. So if you've got a muscular calf, this could still be a great option for you. So those are 3 of my recommendations for the Moto Boot style, so you can keep cool and edgy all fall. All right, what did you guys think of the Moto Boots?
Makes me want to ride a motorcycle, definitely. Ooh, for sure.
I love that.
What's the difference between a moto boot and a rider boot?
Ooh, great question. So a lot of it is a moto boot is going to have more of a squared toe and typically a little bit more structure in the toe as well, probably because if you're riding a motorcycle, you need really good quality and durability in the toe as you're, shifting gears and whatnot. They also typically have that round buckle at the ankle or the round hardware detail at the ankle, and oftentimes buckles at the top. A riding boot is going to be definitely taller, sitting just below the knee, more narrow, close to the calf, and then typically a rounder toe.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense because I was like, I don't know the difference, but I was like, why do these look cooler than the rider boots that I know?
Yes.
Because they're not rider boots.
And a rider boot is going to be like very sleek, a little more equestrian, like very classic and polished, where a moto boot is like got cool girl edge to it.
You know, these moto boots are kind of like the old cowboy boots from like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So you can kind of pair them with like these frilly dresses that are kind of soft and this hard edge with it. And I would have never thought that would have worked, but it totally looks great.
Yeah, and that is, I mean, that's the most fun part of fashion when you're creating your personal styles, taking, you know, one style and then comparing it or mixing it with sort of the opposite. So doing the soft girly frills and then adding in that like cool girl hard edge and like making this really cool sort of juxtaposition.
I love boots though. You can't go wrong with boots.
You wear boots?
Oh my God, I love boots.
See, I'm of the same that I like booties, but I never wear them with dresses because they always have that weird gapping that I never considered. Just get a taller boot and that kind of solves your problem there.
Yeah. But what looks cool now too is kind of having that gap.
Oh, the gap is cool now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you've got like these like cute little skinny calves, but like a big wide boot, there's kind of like a coolness in that.
Yeah, what's that new boot now that like it's like really the big shaft and like your legs just kind of like sitting there? What is that? What is that about?
Do you mean the boot that goes straight down? Like there's no tapering at the ankle? Yeah, we're saying that a lot.
So that's trending too.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
We just have to get all the boots then, right?
All the boots.
All the boots.
Yes. I did have a question about the suede boots that you
Yeah.
mentioned. Those were so cute, but are those easy to keep clean? Because I worry about suede and especially with footwear getting it dirty.
Okay, that's a great question. So suede, typically, if it's a good quality brand, it's already going to be treated before it's sold. But you can just buy, like even at the grocery store, the Kiwi brand and spray the suede so that there is a little bit of protection from moisture. I will say though, a leather boot that you can wipe clean is going to last longer than a suede, which even just picks up the dust. So, you know, a year goes by and you pull them out of your closet the next season, they're just covered in dust. It's nothing that you can't clean off or take to the shoe guy and he'll, you know, polish up. But leather is a little easier to maintain.
That makes sense.
I love suede though.
I do. I know. I like
I'm
suede,
wearing
but I worry
suede
about
shoes
it. Yes.
right now.
Are you
Mine
wearing
was
suede shoes? I do suede shoes.
Burgundy suede flats.
I can't confirm. She's got some suede shoes.